Shebang.
Yeah.
How's it going, odd people? You are listening to the Odd People Podcast.
Yeah.
I'm your host, Matthew the Cat. With me, as always,
Jared the Jared.
Jared the Jared. And we have a special guest today.
Yeah.
She's been on the show a long time ago. You know, the OG Odd People will recognize her voice.
How many times is she?
She's
close?
only been on once, but it was
I thought she was another Lenny. I was
no. She was on what 4 years ago.
Oh wow.
I think
Okay.
so.
We
About
have
4 years.
we have Lauren DeGregorio.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Everybody
course.
cheer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So last time you were on, which I'm gonna say was probably 2020.
Yeah,
Wow.
So
I
it's
think
probably a
it
solid
was
4 years ago.
Before
yeah.
COVID or like during COVID?
It was like
or?
during
During.
COVID. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
during. Yeah.
Yeah, we don't
You
care.
guys
We were
just
in the
went at
bus.
it. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, we were in the bus in the driveway.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have to travel very far. Neither did she because she's
Yeah.
my neighbor.
Okay.
So you know,
That's
it was
pretty cool.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was a good time. At that time, you had just envisioned Oplasis,
It's wild.
and now it's a whole thing.
It's so crazy to look back. And I mean, first of all, we're in a different space. I think, what was the bus? Genevieve?
Guinevere.
Guinevere.
That was the name of the bus?
Yes, that's
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And I was so nervous. And at the time, I was just creating art. And I had these ideas, but who knew where it was going to go? And 4 years later, I now have a studio on Main Street, Buzzards Bay.
Oh, nice.
And it is a fun collaboration of art, music, and people that just do really cool things.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
super sick.
It's really awesome. You haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
I've been there for a couple of things.
Oh, you have been there already?
I want to do more things there, but I never seem to find the time, or it's
Yeah.
like, oh, that thing was tonight and I'm working.
Time is the
Or
root of
something
all evil.
Stupid, yeah.
How long have you had the spot for?
So we have been there now for about 8 months.
Nice.
We've celebrated almost 50 birthday parties.
Oh, nice. That's awesome. I was gonna ask, like, is it geared towards like art or music, or is it
It
just
is
like
everything.
everything, whatever
So,
someone brings to you?
This is an adult with ADHD on crack.
I hear it.
There were a lot of ideas. It just comes from my skill set of being a teacher for 16 years. We ran
okay.
scouts for 5 years.
Yeah.
And just living in this town for so long, we've noticed that there's been a lack of things to do for kids and for adults. So we offer events for kids. We offer events for adults. We offer events for families. It's been great. We have open mic on the last Tuesday of every month for
that's great.
comedians, musicians, poets. You can come in and just have a good time. It's kind of like the space you're setting. It's judgment free. It's relaxed. Just come in and have a good time.
And bring the creativity, right?
Exactly.
That sounds
Yeah.
awesome. That's
Yeah, it's
super
really cool.
Yeah. We'll have to make it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Or I have to make it out.
Yeah, you
You've
have
already
to go.
been there.
Yeah,
I
we
gotta make
got
it
a music lounge over there. So if you ever
Oh.
want to just bring your instruments and
All right.
Yeah.
all
Jam.
There you go, Jared.
Is
Bring
it
your
close by?
instruments.
Is Main Street close
Yeah,
by?
it's not far.
Oh, okay, cool.
How many instruments can you bring by? I'm just joking.
I might have one.
Yeah.
I might have one.
the recorder.
Yeah,
the recorder.
Yeah.
From elementary school.
I'm pretty good at that. Yeah.
I'm not one for music either. Well, I
No?
love music. Music is life. But as far as any skill with instruments,
Did you ever
Forget it.
like try anything growing up?
I used to play piano.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
All right. That's a cool one.
No lessons, just kind of self-taught. Didn't
Yeah.
get too far, and then just pivoted.
Moved on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Moved on to
that's
the new thing. It's the ADD.
I just don't think I have the I don't think I have the patience to kind of like stick with it long enough.
Exactly. That was my problem. it wouldn't last.
Yeah.
And I'm still that way. On to the next thing all the time.
But isn't that fun and exciting?
It is. It keeps
it
everything
interesting
fresh.
and new. Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
funny because I'm similar to that, and I'm pretty sure I have ADD. I've never been diagnosed, but I was like that. I was able to stick with guitar, but then I could never like finish learning a song because I would be like, oh, cool, I love that riff and that song. So I know a lot of
Like
parts
bits
of
and pieces.
Yeah.
bits and pieces of songs, but I don't know. I only know a handful of.
We hyper focus
Yeah,
and
yeah.
we're like, we want to learn that. And then,
Yeah.
we learn a bit. All right, great. Next. Like,
Yep,
that's how it works.
exactly.
Yeah.
So what else do you have going on? I know that's a lot. Just having
Yeah.
Oasis and running it and still making art too.
Yep. So I am finally back to creating again. Of course, with
Yep.
setting up a business, I had to take time off of pouring resin and painting. Just the past month or so, I've been getting back into it, starting
Yeah.
to sell my art again. This weekend, we have the Kindness Festival.
Yeah.
So we'll have a booth there. And
Which is just passed for everybody watching and listening.
Oh, they're
which
always
really
late
sucks.
to the game.
God damn it. I'm like the worst at planning things. So
Yeah, the only bad
and
thing
your
about
wife was
recording.
there, and she was great.
Oh yeah, it was great. We went. It was so much fun.
It was a blast. Even I went. You know, we all held hands, and it was
Yeah,
just
we-
great.
Sing
you know?
Kumbaya.
Yeah, it
We
was
pet
awesome.
we pet some goats.
Oh, there's
We
goats.
watched
All right.
all the kids
Man.
do karate
All right.
from the pound, and it was great.
Yeah.
It was,
We
it was
experienced it
fantastic.
all.
We do it every year.
Wow.
Yep.
But we do. We do different events. We'll be hosting festivals. We're hoping to bring a farmer's market down to Buzzards
Nice.
Bay.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, just trying to offer some goodness for the community.
Yeah, it's great. You have a really awesome location with Buzzards Bay Park. Is that what the name of that park is?
Yeah,
right?
Buzzards Bay Park. I was so fortunate that that spot opened up. I used to host free events over at the park for a couple years. Like, hey,
nice.
come join me to do, build Legos or bubble parties, whatever it was. And I just sat there like, one day I want a place on Main Street.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's awesome.
And here we are.
That's super
Yeah.
cool. Have you always been around here, or did you grow up around here, or?
So I am originally born and raised from Essex in England.
Essex.
England.
Essex.
Essex.
That's
You don't
awesome.
really announce that one too much.
Oh no.
And then I moved to Geneva, Switzerland when I was about 12, and I moved to the States when I was about 15.
Oh, wow.
And I've been here ever since.
Ever since.
Nice.
Do you
That's cool.
feel like you want to go back, or do you just like it in the
Honestly-
States, United States? That's a pretty big question to throw. I'm
It is.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Well,
Basically, do
it
you
is
hate
so
it here, or do you
different.
like it here?
To be continued.
Yeah.
That's a loaded question.
Yeah.
I mean, like anything, it has its pros and cons.
Yeah,
We wanted to raise our kids in a stable environment so that we kept them in the same school system because
Awesome, yeah.
I didn't have that luxury of, I probably went to about 10, 11 different schools growing
Oh,
up.
yeah, that's fair.
Wow. That's a
And
lot.
so I was a very confused adult. So when it came to having our own kids, we're like, that's it. We're not moving. We're going to keep them in one space. And then afterwards, I'm game for anything.
Yeah.
If he wanted to pack up and move tomorrow, sorry, I love you guys, but I would go
They're out.
anywhere.
That's it.
Well, it would suck to lose you as a neighbor. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
You guys are the most, the best neighbors anybody could ask
It
for.
is really
Right.
cool that 4 years later we can still have that same
Yeah,
conversation.
we can,
Yeah.
yeah. Nothing bad has happened in
No,
the last 4
no,
years
It's been great.
in the neighborhood, especially in between our two houses. Anyway.
Yeah.
Uh,
You always
'cause
hear
I-
stories about some horror.
Well, I think I must have said it the last time you were on, but it was so long ago and nobody remembers. But so day one, we like backed the moving truck into our driveway, and there was Lauren. Like we were emptying the.
She's like, let's go. I'll unload this shit right
Yeah,
now.
we had no
That's
idea.
awesome,
She was
man.
like,
Yeah,
"Hey
yeah.
guys, I'm Lauren. I live next door.
That's great.
Like,
yeah.
welcome to the neighborhood. You guys need help moving stuff in." We were like,
Wow.
"Excuse me."
Yeah.
Like we
Yeah.
came from Fall River. She's gonna rob us.
I know, right?
Me and my wife were looking at each other like,
Yeah. She's coming off the
know.
truck and just going right next door to her
Yeah,
house
we're
with the
like,
boxes.
she's just checking
Thanks,
out
guys.
our stuff. Like, we're very suspicious
Yeah.
from where we came.
No, that's super cool. That's
But
awesome.
no, it
Yeah.
obviously turned out great because we have great neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You never
it's
know
so
what
good.
you're going to get. You never know.
And we have
Yeah,
two
true.
boys, and you have two boys, and
Yeah, there's a lot of commonality there.
now our boys are going to high school together.
Oof, yeah, it's wild. A lot has changed in 4 years. It doesn't feel like.
It really doesn't.
it
It,
doesn't
feels
feel
like,
like
we
4 years
recorded
ago.
last summer.
Yeah, it doesn't feel. Or this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really doesn't feel like that much time has gone by, but it has.
Yeah. Time is
We're
weird
older.
now.
I'm fatter. It's you know,
It's the American dream.
it is the American dream. So you said Essex isn't a place you would announce. Is it kind of like me saying I lived in Fall River? Fall River.
The girls have a reputation. Essex girls.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, yeah. Essex girls.
That's
All
crazy.
right. Good to know.
That's
So,
But I wasn't an Essex girl. I mean, I was, but I wasn't.
yeah, but you moved out. You're away. You were away from the reputation.
Yeah. So a lot of the resin stuff that you do, is it mostly like I don't even really know the word for it, but I know there's like a few different ways of doing resin,
Yeah,
right?
there is so much you can do with resin. I
Yeah.
mean, I was first introduced with it because that's what my husband uses in the marine industry.
Oh, okay,
doing
that's fair.
boat repairs
Yeah.
and fiberglass.
Yeah.
And so I kind of just dabbled around with it as a sealer in the beginning, and now I create jewelry. I do furniture pieces.
That's awesome, yeah.
You know, custom pictures for people. We even cast ashes into resin to create memorial pieces.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, it's
I
pretty
noticed they do
limitless.
like necklaces now
Yeah.
and rings, and yeah, with the ashes, and I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's something that I do,
Yeah.
and I actually really love doing. I have found that I really enjoy doing the one-off custom pieces as
Yeah.
opposed to mass producing
Yeah,
items.
for sure. Yeah. Like making them all the same, right? Yeah.
Yes.
At least you know this person is getting like one of a kind.
Right, and
you-
that's
you
also
won't make
part
it
of
again.
business. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's part
that's
of business.
awesome.
Is kind of like shuffling through, figuring out what you like, what's going to work.
Yeah, for sure. And then for painting, do you stick to like mostly landscapes or?
No, so I use acrylic paint, but I actually incorporate that with my resin work. So I would say I do 3D art. I paint resin, paint resin, paint resin, and it
Oh,
looks
wow.
like,
Yeah,
so
like a
right now I'm
3D
working on a giant whale, and it will look like the
Oh.
whale's coming out of the canvas by
Oh,
the time I'm
that's
done.
so cool.
That's the goal.
That's awesome. That's really cool. I never even like thought about something like that. Because
Yeah.
now you can with resin. Yeah.
Yeah, I was inspired by months and months of tutorials and
Yeah.
inspiration from people online.
Oh, okay.
But at the end of the day, you kind of hone into what your creativity and your
Yeah.
skill is. And I just really love compiling the paint and the resin together.
Yeah. Kind of make it your own, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome.
Have you ever tried? No, I know I've seen this in like probably like TikTok videos, which it's ridiculous, but sort of like, I don't know if it's would it be considered reverse painting, where you would paint, I don't know, a fish. I see it as like it almost looks like a fishbowl, but they do it in like layers in between like a coat of like resin, maybe.
Yeah, so that's like the 3D painting.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah,
have
yeah.
the bowls waiting for me to do it.
Oh, really?
The little koi fish, and
Okay,
you put
yeah,
the
yeah,
rocks
yeah,
in
yeah.
the bottom. Oh yeah, I got all the things. Just
Oh, that's really
Just
cool.
need the time to do it.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that looks
All right,
good.
cool.
I'll
yeah,
do it.
I would
one
love
day.
to try that.
Yeah.
If you ever have a class,
Let's do it.
I would
A
love
resin
to.
class.
Let's
A
make it
resin
happen.
class would be awesome, especially with the bowls.
That would have to be
The
in
bows.
layers.
Yeah.
Like that would have to be like
So,
a
like-
4-week,
Oh,
back
right,
each,
right.
because you have to wait for the layer to dry, then you
Right.
paint it, and I think that's where people just give
Lo-
up
lose
because
in-
it is
lose
a
interest,
lengthy
yeah.
process, but it's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I would do a resin class anyway. I'd like
Yeah.
to. I'm not a good painter. It's never something I was ever exposed enough to, despite, watching Bob Ross. Like, I was never actually,
It's classic.
never actually doing it.
Yeah.
I didn't even
know.
know who Bob Ross was.
Really?
I
Oh, really?
moved here, remember, and just became an artist 4
Yeah.
years ago. So I was learning about Bob Ross, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is an actual thing. Like,
Yeah. I used to go to my grandmother's house, and she was like an avid painter.
Yeah.
And she had like a little space set up in the basement. I remember her watching on like an old 12-inch tube TV Bob Ross.
Yeah.
She may have even like bought the tapes
Yeah.
and had like a VHS tape
I
player. or
really
whatever
thought
it
it was a joke at first. Like, I thought it was.
Well, I think you kind of would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it was hair, and he was just kind of this like weird dude.
Yeah, you can't unsee it once you've seen it.
But, yeah, but it was like peaceful.
It is
When-
peaceful.
Like
Yeah.
you listen to him,
It's a
he's
very peaceful thing.
got like that crazy calm voice.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Even just
okay.
painting in general is very peaceful. And
Yeah.
I think that's why he was trying to do that whole vibe, because he was trying to like show how it feels to paint.
That's why I got into it.
So yeah, I mean,
so
a lot
it
of people.
all stems from
you don't even have to
mental
be
health.
good at it. You just
Yep.
even just doing it is just a very peaceful thing.
Maybe I should paint.
I
You
tell
should, man.
people that their canvas can turn out like crap, you can throw your canvas away after. But
Doesn't
during
matter.
the 2 hours, whatever, 3 hours, 4 hours that you're sitting there and painting something, you're just, it's great.
Yep.
I gotta
You
do
clear your mind, play some good tunes.
Yeah.
Sid, I gotta do it. I'm doing it.
Have you ever done? Have you
guys
ever
have
done like
convinced
They usually sell them at like Michael's and AC Moore, but they're like little paint by numbers, but they're really, really nice.
No,
Like all the sections are really small, but they're numbered, and you pick the paint and match
I
the
think
numbers.
I've done it when I was a kid, in like
used
with
to,
like
those when I was a
markers or
kid,
whatever.
yeah.
By the time it
Yeah.
looks like a real oil painting, right?
Yeah, I don't think I did anything fancy.
Maybe you
or
should
nice.
start doing our start with our paint your partner night. You can bring your partner to the studio. You face
Yeah.
each other, and you get to paint each other on
my
a canvas.
God, I
It would
would-
be hilarious.
Yes, I want to do that.
Yes,
At the same time, do you just like
you're painting each
painting
other
each other's face? Like,
on a canvas.
okay. I thought you were painting each other.
That could actually be
You
a
know,
whole nother fun event.
There you go. Adult night.
It's funny. Yeah. Yeah. Lauren would turn around and I'm painting my wife's face.
Well, I
Just-
mean, I am a body artist too, so
There
it
you go.
wouldn't be out of
See?
the question.
There you go.
Yeah, there's another thing she does. See, it's
Yeah.
like it's funny because before we started or before we booked this,
Yeah.
Jared's like, "What? So what does she do?" Because she has that. Because I told you
Coming in blind.
you have
no
a,
idea.
Yeah.
you have your
Yeah.
business, and what he's like, "Oh, what does she do?" I'm like, "She does art. She does a lot. She does a lot of stuff." And I'm like, I can't even name
I do everything.
the amount of things you do.
That's awesome.
But it's a life of art. It's great.
It's just trying to do better each day.
Yeah,
So
for
it
sure.
really stems from mental health issues. I left teaching of 16 years, and that was right before COVID happened. Then the world shut down, and now it's like,
Yeah.
oh my God, what am I gonna do?
Weird times.
Yeah, and I wasn't good at painting. I mean, Matt and Mel have seen my original like rocks, and they were trash.
Yeah.
But I just practiced, and
You
I kept
grow from there,
practicing,
right?
and and that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened. And once I started, people started liking what I was doing. I was like, okay, maybe there's something here.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I
Definitely.
decided I wasn't gonna work for anybody else ever again.
It's a beautiful thing.
That's
It's a
great.
beautiful thing.
I'm just one step away from selling my feet on OnlyFans.
That's an option. Whatever.
I mean, I do it, and it is a good option. It pays.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot of people that like hairy feet,
yeah.
which is weird.
I am subscribed to his. It's pretty nice.
Yeah. I mean,
pretty
this, sometimes you just gotta like smush yogurt and do weird things.
Peanut butter
in
and
between your
jelly.
toes.
Yeah, they
dude.
pay extra
Yeah.
for that though. So it's all right.
ASMR.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
an in thing.
Yeah, it's special requests.
Yeah. Yes. Special request: peanut butter jelly sandwiches
Yes.
and yogurt.
Can you
and,
try to lick your big toe?
And I go. I make mouth noises while I do it.
Do you think you could lick your big toe? Could you reach?
Oh yeah, I could definitely reach.
I can't reach.
I was
I'm-
very-
No?
No.
I was a very flexible kid.
No.
I used to be able to put my ankles behind my head,
Yeah.
and for a boy, that's
Wow,
weird.
man.
All
I was
right.
never a flexible
Try it.
person. Yeah.
Let's go.
Right now on camera.
On camera.
No.
I think it hurt
Please keep
myself.
your shoes on.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I was a weird kid. I used to do weird shit like that.
Yeah.
Like in school.
Did you ever get like both of them up there and just kind of like quick, quick, quick?
I don't know if
Flap
I could clap them,
Man.
but I could get them behind.
I'm getting
my
all
head.
sorts of images of you this episode. This is fantastic.
I was a weird kid. I remember saying like maybe we were in like the school library, and everybody's like, "Oh, I have this weird talent. I can flip my eyelids, or I can roll, do a weird thing with my tongue, whatever." I'm like,
Yeah.
I can do this. I just put my.
Oh my gosh.
I'm like,
that's great.
Guys, girls are all like, "What the fuck is up with this
Yeah.
dude?"
Look at that. And
'Cause
so
I
many
was
years
weird.
later, you're still entertaining.
Yes, and I'm
You
still
are, man.
odd.
You're still doing it. You're still killing it.
That's where it all comes from.
Yeah.
I was a weird kid.
I don't think I had any weird talents growing up. Now that I think about it,
No,
I was a pretty basic human, I guess.
Yeah. Same.
basic human.
I wasn't flexible. I wasn't musically,
When did you start drawing? This is
Oh,
going to
yeah.
turn into
Yeah.
now we're interviewing
Ooh,
Jared.
all
Yeah.
right.
I
Tell me
have been
more.
drawing since I can remember. Since I
Oh,
was
really?
a little
Cool.
kid. Yeah.
So I can't draw. That's why I never thought I was an artist. My whole
Oh,
life, I'm
yeah.
like, I'm not an
Yeah.
artist. I can't even draw a stick figure.
Nope,
So
doesn't
it
matter.
turns out
Yeah.
there's a lot
There's
of
art in
forms of
everything.
art. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you like to draw?
I do a lot of digital art right now for my business. But as far as outside of my business, I like to do just like a lot of cartoony, but kind of mixed with realism at the
Yeah.
same
I
time.
did that.
Do you do
So-
characters Is that one of
That's
yours?
his, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
gonna ask.
This
That's
is
amazing.
one of mine. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much.
Nice. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah. Oh, and the one next to you is mine too.
Oh my gosh.
But that's a little
this
different.
is
I don't know if you know
great.
Freakazoid.
Yeah,
He's
I
kind of
do.
a mystery. Oh, you
That's
do?
awesome. Yeah.
All right.
It's kind of a mystery. He says.
A lot of people don't know who he is or what it is.
I
But-
still don't know who he is or what he is.
Yeah, yeah. But for my business, I mostly draw cars and motorcycles, trucks, whatever. But it's kind of grown to like logo designs for companies and stuff. But I'm still grateful for that stuff too. But it's like a winning battle because, you know, you kind of get lost in it. And now it's like I don't find as much joy in drawing as I used to because it's so like just customer after customer
Joy,
after
yeah.
doing what other people want me to do. So, and then of course finding time to do what I want to do is like non-existent. So
Yeah.
it's like, it's a hard battle to do.
So
But
have you ever thought about kind of shifting gears and bringing it back a little bit and deciding what you want to do?
not really, not yet, because I'm scared to go broke, but
That's fair.
I take it all.
That's fair.
I load my schedule up because I'm scared to go broke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we were saying about skipping weeks.
Yeah.
It's, hey
Yeah.
man, I have to work. And
Yeah,
he's
he's
like,
gotta
yeah,
work,
I
I
have
gotta work.
So much business that I can't keep up with it.
Yeah.
So it turns into this thing of like,
Yeah. Everybody's always telling me like, you know, maybe raise your prices so you get less orders, but you still make the same money. Mm-hmm. And I'm afraid to do that because I'm afraid of losing people, losing
Yeah.
customers.
But you also got to know your worth.
Yeah, I know. That's what
So
they
do you
tell
do
me.
character drawings? Like,
Yeah, I do. Just like you had mentioned with your place,
Yeah.
I take everything and anything. I do pets, I do logos, I do people. I've done a lot of like people who have passed away or like stuff like that. So yeah, I mean basically anything,
very cool.
anything,
Yeah.
whatever they message me for.
Well, if you're around on Saturday at the Kindness Festival that's already passed and happened, you're
Yeah.
welcome to set up a table and come draw some characters.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I may try. Is it like that though? You just roll up and grab a table? or-
It's so I run it.
Oh.
So-
Oh, I'm sitting with the right people then. Here we are.
right person. I'm never the right person, but she is.
All right. I'll
yeah,
take
so
it.
I have a nonprofit, but I'm also an executive assistant for another nonprofit, Kind Hearts for Kids Inc., and we run the Kindness Festival. So
Oh, that's
yeah,
super
it's gonna be a
cool.
good time.
Man, you do have a lot going on then.
Yeah.
You're a busy girl.
Hey, it keeps me out of trouble.
And
Yeah,
you
it
know, I'd like to note this too, that you're a lot more comfortable with a microphone in front of you now as opposed to 4 years ago.
I'm gonna have to go back
But
and
that's-
listen to this.
Well,
episode.
she does a radio
crazy.
show also.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
so
get to
this
go
is-
on with Stephanie Weaver on lemonadio.com, and we get to shoot the shit. We just did an interview yesterday, and we're collaborating. It's all about collaboration. She does a lot of good things for her community in Mashpee. I want to do the same thing down here at Buzzards Bay.
Nice.
We're going to try to bring the Mashpee market to Buzzards Bay, so we'll have a farmer's market.
Cool.
With it's just a good day out, kids, family.
Yeah, farmers markets are great.
It is, and
Really
we
is.
need it now more than ever. It's
Yeah.
Yeah,
food
for
is
sure. Food is off the deep end.
astronomical.
Yeah. Well, there's one thing that's a lot in this area too. There's a lot of like little farms and like little like community farms, I guess you'd call them, where it's
Okay.
like just like an open farm.
Yeah.
As opposed to it, like anybody can just like, I guess you can sign up and go and work on the farm and water the plants and do the stuff
Wow.
and leave with probably a basket of vegetables or whatever. So there's a lot of that on the Cape. It's funny because it's
Definitely becoming more common.
Yeah.
I think with the raising price of produce,
yeah.
it's leaving people no choice.
Yeah.
So I did notice that you had some hearing aids. Is it both ears?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am 80% deaf.
Wow,
And
80%.
yeah, we found out when I was about 8 years old. So likely I was born that way.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, they found out I was in school and couldn't hear the fire alarms going off.
Wow.
And,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I got hearing aids when I was about 9. Wore them maybe once or twice to school.
Wow.
Teachers called my parents in saying I was fidgeting with them too much, because back in the day you
Yeah,
had
you're
to
trying to
adjust
get used to it. And you're still a kid, too.
And
you're going to be...
exactly. I didn't want to
Yeah.
get in trouble, so I was like, nope, not wearing those again. And so I didn't wear them, and I just got hearing aids 4 years ago when I was 34. My whole life changed.
You just dealt with it
yeah.
most of your life?
Oh yeah. I don't know lyrics
fought
to
through it.
songs. Didn't.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
It's been wild.
So was it like pretty bad from the start, or did it get worse as you got older?
Yeah, it's gotten worse. It was like 75%. Now it's 80%. I mean, it's not too much of a
Yeah.
difference. It's just like being underwater. I had to take them out, so we could do the show.
Yeah.
But I'm used to it now. It's just,
Yeah, it's just how you navigate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and now I realize, to be grateful, because if I don't want to hear you, I just take them out. And
Yeah,
life is
exactly.
good.
Yeah, you're in a busy place. You're just like, oh my god.
So is that like a hereditary thing? Do you
So my grandfather, yeah, he was deaf, but I was also born a month premature,
Oh,
which
really?
seemed to affect a lot of different things
right?
that I am
Yeah, I guess
learning.
that would affect a lot.
Yeah, memory and
And
hearing.
you got them 4 years ago, you said?
So I originally got hearing aids 4 years ago, but I got these new ones this year, and they're life
game changer?
changing. They
Yeah.
connect to my phone. I can actually hear people now. Like,
Wow.
people are like, oh, you have hearing aids in? Like, can't you hear? And I'm like, no, they're still crap hearing
Yeah,
aids. But
yeah.
now we've got top of the line. I can hear all the shit you're talking.
From a mile away.
Don't even know it.
That's awesome.
I think the weirdest thing though is for me, because the phone now connects in my ears, so it rings in my brain, and I'm not
Oh,
used
weird.
to.
Really? That's
you
so
guys
strange.
have like AirPods, and
Yeah.
you get to hear it that way. I never had that before, and so getting this sound inside my brain was just. I'm like, what is happening?
Wow.
Yeah,
I've
right.
never considered that before. Yeah.
So
I
now I
never
can
thought
hear
about that at
music
all.
inside as opposed to just around me.
Wow.
Well, I
That's
guess
great.
that's
I've
just
never
how
thought
we
of that.
hear.
Yeah.
I never thought of it that way.
Right.
That you put headphones in, well, not headphones, but you put an earbud
In it.
Yeah.
Yep.
and we're hearing it. It's just the way we hear it.
Yeah, for sure.
And for me, that was just a new experience.
Yeah, I can imagine. I'm waiting for them to like start to be able to translate like other languages.
Ooh.
Like
that'd be
as you're
great.
hering them, they're just like
Yeah,
translating to you. I
you
think
might
that'd be super
onto
cool.
something.
That'd be great.
Right?
You might want to go patent that one.
I know. Even like people, even with the earbuds, they should do that.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
a
it
lot of
takes a lot,
technology.
yeah.
There might be an app for that.
Yeah, exactly.
But if
right?
not, you better get on it.
I should.
That's crazy. I had an adopted cousin that had no ear holes. He was
Whoa.
born, physically disabled,
Yeah.
and so he had like no ear holes, and
Wow.
he
Like
had
it was
these.
closed, like just
Yeah,
skin.
it was closed, and he had
Wow, dude.
hearing aids that were attached to his hat. So he always wore a hat, like he was like a little kid. And
Wow.
I put the hat on one time. My aunt and uncle were foster parents, and they said, cover your ears, and you could. It sounded like some sort of like echo chamber. It was really
Wow.
crazy, like really crazy sounding to me.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And they were like, "That's how he hears, because he has the inner ear, the parts for the ear,
yeah.
Yeah.
but there's no hole and like there's no way of like an ear being there.
It's wild.
That's really, really, really wild.
I
See,
didn't
we
know
really-
people could be born without ear holes. I really didn't.
Right,
I've
yeah.
never
Yeah.
considered that.
I don't remember what it's called. I know they made a movie about someone that had that disability.
Yeah.
It's very specific, and it's called something. And he had a look that looked just like those people. But
Wow.
yeah,
I wonder if there's been anyone without their nose holes.
maybe.
That would suck. Sorry.
It's true.
Or your mouth hole. I mean, jeez. Or your butthole. I mean, this could get pretty crazy if you think about
As
it.
soon as you said mouth hole, my head went straight to
Just
butthole.
right to
So
butthole.
like,
You're like, man, you can't
glad we were on
shit.
the same page there.
It's just going to
Lauren's
keep backing
really-
itself up until it
really-
comes out of your mouth.
Oh Jesus! Lauren was afraid to
Sorry.
say it until you said it.
Leave it up to me. I got it. I got it. Do you believe in space?
Wait, huh?
Do you
Like-
believe in space?
Yeah.
Is it
of
real?
course, right?
Of course,
Man.
like a normal person, Jared.
Do you
You're the
like
only
chicken
one.
wings?
But the Earth is not flat. I'll just confirm that right
All
now.
right, good.
All right.
Really good.
Can
you
we
know.
still be friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, Jared doesn't believe in space,
Interesting.
and I don't know why.
Apparently,
It's
there's a
not that
couple
I don't
people like
believe.
stuck up there right now
It's
until
just-
February. Did you hear about that?
Right? Yeah. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Are they?
Are you denying? Are you denying
Or are they in
that
a
they're-
studio somewhere? Just that looks like space.
No, that I.
Simulation theory.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
We don't have to dive into it. We don't have to.
No,
dive.
I did hear about that though. The
All right, when I
astronaut.
become
There
a
really
millionaire,
is?
I'm sending you to space.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please, it will change my life.
You might get stuck up there for a few months.
That's
So
all right.
yeah, these people,
I can afford a few months.
They're
man and a
astronauts,
woman,
right? Yeah.
yep, went up. They were supposed to visit for a week. I don't know. If
What
it
do
was
you
one
mean
of those,
visit? Like it's an island? What?
Right.
an
Well,
island.
People
something
can fly
went
up there?
wrong with the Boeing spaceship, and now they're stuck up there till February. And I guess
Are people like going to go
Elon-
get them?
Yeah, they're going to send one of Elon Musk's Starship or
Oh,
something
yeah.
to go rescue them in February.
Starliner.
Yeah.
Whatever it's
wild.
called. Starlink.
That is
I
wild.
don't know.
Whatever.
Starlink does the internet, right?
I think so.
That thing's been pretty cool, providing internet for people that can't have access
Right.
to it normally.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's another one of those guys that wants to put the internet in your brain.
Oh really?
Yeah. Elon Musk wants.
Oh yeah, I'm not a
wants,
fan of him.
Yeah.
wants people
yeah,
to
yeah.
have like microchips.
Yeah,
in their
he's
head.
another pompous
Oh,
ass,
gosh.
but whatever.
Yeah, I agree.
Who am I?
I'm not putting no chips in my brain.
No thanks.
No internet in my brain. I'm trying to do away with it on my phone.
Right, they're already
know,
onto
right?
us.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
did see a thing online today of like how younger generations are actually going back to the Nokia type phones.
I saw a
with
flip phone in a teen's hand the other day.
yeah, because they're sick of
Oh,
it.
really?
They're sick of the
Yes.
internet.
Awesome.
They're
Yes.
sick of
Well, it makes you very detached from
Yes.
everything around you.
Like
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah.
yeah,
So,
and,
like, they-
and that is attached to a lot of mental health problems
It
too.
is.
You know,
Yeah.
Yep.
it consumes these kids. You know,
It consumes me.
consumes everybody. Yeah,
There's
Yeah.
times
you
where
let
I end up stuck because I'm
We
tired.
all get stuck
Yeah.
in that vortex.
like I get
Yep.
tired
Yeah.
and I don't want to do things, although there's things I could be doing, and I'm
And
like,
how do you avoid them?
yeah, you
Yes.
just.
Check it up on the world.
I'm like,
Yep.
oh,
Yeah.
and it always starts really innocent. Like, oh, I gotta make sure my emails are, like, make sure I don't get anything from the school
Yeah,
or.
yeah.
But while I'm
You
doing
know.
this, let me just check this real quick.
You know, it's like,
Yeah.
oh, what's oh, you know what? I got that kayak for sale on Facebook. I should probably check that.
Yep.
And then I'm just looking at Facebook.
Yeah.
Next thing
No,
you're
it's not.
shopping for a goat. Like,
Yeah.
ooh.
Yeah.
We need to bring back boredom. I think that's all it is. Nobody wants to be bored anymore. If you get
Yeah,
like a
true.
quick second to sit, you just go on your phone, right, and play a game.
So
or
that is the
look at
other
some things.
purpose behind Oplasis is to put the phones down.
and bring reality back.
And yeah, we have a wall full of board games, card games.
Man.
Like we're trying to bring the simple things.
Puzzles,
back.
like what happened to
Puzzles,
puzzles?
I got
Puzzles are
puzzles
a great
galore.
time.
Yep.
They're a great time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
My grandfather still makes puzzles, you know, and he'll sit
Oh,
there at
that's
the
awesome.
table and just do it for
Yeah.
hours with a beer or whatever.
It's
Nice
good finger
stuff.
dexterity.
Beer
It's good for your mind.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Yeah. Alcohol helps with
Yes.
board games.
Yes. Board
Puzzles.
games.
You know, it's funny because my youngest, which is a former student of Lauren's,
Yeah.
he'll be on his tablet or he'll be doing something. He'll put it down 2 seconds later. I'm bored.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know, and he's an artist. He's a drawer. He loves to draw.
He
loves-
does.
I said, you know, the best art you'll ever create is when you're bored.
Yeah.
I'm like, just be bored.
Be bored.
Just be bored. It's fine. He'll say that to us like on a long car ride.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm bored.
Oh,
Well, like,
dude,
look out the
just
window.
Look out the window. You got the whole world.
And I'm
around
like, you know what? I used to imagine that I was riding my bike on the side of the,
too.
on the
I
side
used
of the
to
highway.
do the
did you?
same thing. I used to think I was running really fast next to it.
I'd see like a hole in the ground. I'm like, that was me. I went
Yeah,
down.
get some
Oh,
air.
that's
Yeah, get some
hilarious.
air. Like
Yeah.
that's. I'm like, you just. I'm
We
like,
played the license plate game.
yes. Yeah,
license plate game, that's a
punch
good
buggies
game.
when my
Punch Buggy.
cousins were around. You get a sore
Oh my
arm.
god, I still get those.
Why do
Brian
things
will
always
still
get
punch
violent
me.
with the cousins?
Yeah.
I don't understand. It's always the cousins,
You
you know?
had violent cousins.
Things
too?
get a little extreme when you're around the cousins.
Yeah, my
Always.
cousin tried to drown me once.
Right,
In
that's what I'm
Australia. I went to visit.
That's what I'm saying.
Was he Australian or she?
She. Yeah.
He's like, this is how we do it. That's how we
Originally
say
from
hello.
England, but my uncle was in the army, and so that took him to Australia. They all moved when I
kidding.
was 9, and then she tried to drown me when I was like, I don't know, 11.
Jeez.
But she failed because
She's
you're
like,
still here,
I'm
so that's
still here.
great. That's
I was
great.
like, what was her name? Margot something. Margot Robbie. That's my cousin. You need to introduce me to your cousin.
Wait, that's not.
No, not really. I'm just joking.
Oh, all right. I mean, I
Hey, you got a
I
couple
don't know.
people she needs to take care of.
Maybe. Oh,
yeah,
man.
it's always the cousins.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys want to talk about now? I'm just It's not quite odd question time,
No.
but that is a
It's
new concept for Lauren because I wasn't doing odd
Oh, you weren't
questions.
doing odd
No.
questions.
That was
back then?
that was just one of the things that
You were working up to?
working up to.
Yeah.
At that time, I think I was just interviewing.
You were just getting odd people.
Yeah, I was just trying, begging people really to be on the show,
Yeah.
and
You
of
did
course-
pretty well. I mean,
Yeah.
You had
I
a lot
roped in Lauren because she
Yeah.
was nice.
Yeah.
So she didn't want to say no.
She was forced into it.
Yeah, she was kind of for, and her husband Brian, who is I think he brings the music part into.
Oh,
the,
he's more
places,
on
yeah.
the music side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was probably
He
like
plays
Lauren, go.
guitar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He plays guitar, and Logan, he's self-taught piano, guitar. Ethan used to do drums, but
Those are our
that kind of
kids.
fizzled
Oh,
out.
how many kids do you have?
Just the two.
Just the
Yeah,
two.
two boys.
Yeah.
You
Two
said that pretty
boys, yeah.
relieved.
Oh yeah, no more after that. Nope.
You never wanted a girl, or
I did originally, and then I
were
was
like,
so grateful that it didn't happen because they are 16 and 19 now,
Yeah.
and yeah,
Well, I'm
very
sure I can ask
proud
you
of their
both.
young men.
are boys easier than girls?
I mean, we don't have
Yes,
girls.
I mean, I
think
would say
so.
heck yes.
Oh yeah, you can't compare. But
Yeah.
I mean,
you-
I taught plenty of them.
Yeah,
Okay,
you
Oh, that's
yeah.
fair. All right. So
I'll
she
take boys
confirms.
hands down any day.
Yeah,
That's
I
great.
feel like I don't know, definitely of all the boys I know in my family and all the girls, I feel like the girls is a little more of a mind, not to insult women or girls.
They're
But it's-
mean. They're
It's,
clicky.
yeah,
and-
it's more
It is
of
true.
like I don't know, boys are very simple. It's either whatever emotion they're feeling is right.
sorry about that.
It's okay. Is right in the forefront. It's like if they're mad, you can see it on their face. If they're hungry, you can see it on if whatever emotion they have
Yeah.
going on is
They're
that's
wearing it. Yeah.
But girls, I feel like it's like a
Yeah.
guessing game. We are like,
Never
ooh,
the
is that-
mind games.
Yes, it's the mind games. It starts
Keep
early.
you on your toes.
That's funny.
Yeah, not to talk crap about anybody.
No, I was
but
gonna say
like,
it's probably why I hung out with boys growing up all the time.
Yeah.
I was the
Yeah.
tom girl.
Yeah.
Tomboy.
There's that
Tom
case
girl,
is.
Tomcat.
I feel like that's more the case than normal. That girls want to just hang around guys because girls are just mean and nasty people.
Yeah,
But hey, man, boys rule, girls drool. I don't know what to tell you.
it's true. It's true. Nothing changes.
We are not sexist here on the
I
Odd
am in a
People podcast.
studio of haters right now.
No way. We
No.
love women. Women are great.
Yeah, can't go a day without
Girls.
it. I mean,
Yeah. Women are great, but
You
girls.
hear how quick they change their tune?
Yes,
yes,
that's true.
Can't be anything without the woman, right?
No,
All right.
can't live without them.
So, anyways, what's your end goal for your business? all
Well,
right?
it's a woman's world, and
Yeah.
no,
It's getting there. We're about to have our next female president.
Yeah, I-
it's
possible.
one can hope. I mean, just anybody different. please.
Anybody,
anybody else.
anybody. Do we
Anybody.
have like someone in like the leftovers that we can get to?
Well,
for
not-
candidates,
We try not to talk about politics, especially when we have a guest on. But
and we know nothing.
yeah, we try not to make it seem
I
like we
can't
know
vote
anything.
anyways, and I really couldn't care less. I
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
yeah, it's silly.
I think my thing across the board is we have like a quarter of the world's population in this country, and these are our options for the leaders. Come on.
Can
no
we
one
just
wants to
drop
do it.
the colors already? Why do we need red and blue? Like, we're all human. Can we just
Yeah.
get there?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
then.
and I'm not
yeah,
even
then
a
we
fan.
We
of
wouldn't
the
be able
red.
to fight each other.
I
then.
was going to say, then it would be like, what? No problem.
They can't.
Yeah.
They can't divide us
Yeah.
and then tell us who to blame.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a big money making business.
It
It's
sure
a big
is.
bullshit
Yeah.
business. Bullshit. That's what that is
Yeah.
all about.
So, like, where do you see your business in like another 10 years? Like, do you plan on like going bigger, or are you just happy where you are and you just want to?
I
Cruise with
love
that.
where I'm at right now. I mean,
Yeah.
people are asking, am I going to expand? Am I
Yeah.
going to franchise? I don't think so. I mean, right now, I'm just so happy doing what I'm doing. And it's kind of hard to duplicate that, and it's
Oh,
kind of
yeah,
hard
for sure.
to find people that have. I mean, I'm like that Energizer bunny. There's just no stopping, and I would feel bad to task anybody with that job trying to
Yeah.
run places. But I am starting to do more motivational speaking
Nice.
because I am a woman-owned business now, and I do have mental health issues, something I've
Yeah.
been dealing with my whole life. But I'm finally in a space where I am opening up my story, sharing with other people. If it can help
awesome,
one
yeah.
person, just find your joy. Life's tough.
It is tough, and
we just-
mental health has always been neglected for
It absolutely
a
has.
very long time. I've also struggled with it my whole entire life,
Yep.
so I know exactly where you're coming from.
And it's not even the victim game. It's just it's
It's
nice
really
to be able to
not.
talk to people about it. Like, hey,
we're
I
all
can relate.
just trying to survive, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we're all just trying to make it through this life.
I think that's
and-
how it was always perceived. It was always
Yeah.
you're dumping your problems on somebody.
You're playing victim.
you're
You want
playing
sympathy.
victim.
Like,
Yeah,
you want the
yeah.
sympathy. You want the attention.
Like, please don't apologize
Yeah.
to me because
Yeah.
I just want to share my story so that one person can
Yeah.
realize that they're not alone. 8 billion people, and we just feel like we're alone. Isn't
yeah,
it weird?
exactly. Yeah.
It's insane.
I mean, like, there is people out there that do play that card of like they just want attention or
Of
they
course.
just want to like be a part of something that they're not. But for a lot of us, even the ones that do struggle are the ones that never talk about it or they never want to put it out there, and that's how
Yep.
you know someone's really struggling because
Yep.
they're not walking around like a badge of honor with
Right.
mental
We hide
health,
it well.
you know? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's what society does too, right? They try to force you into like just fake it till you make it. Like, don't talk about it. Like,
Yep.
just do
Yeah.
what you need to do and get through your life.
No, I say,
So-
just work hard till you make it. Because
Yeah.
if you're passionate enough about it and you take a step every single day, you're heading in the right direction.
Yep. Every day's a new day.
So I feel like you've probably really. Did you expect when you started your business that you were going to get so much attention towards it being female owned and any other like mental health things? And
I didn't.
did you expect to just kind of fly under the
Honestly,
radar? Or
Yeah,
not have
I
to
had
mention it?
no expectations. Because I really didn't know what I was doing. I didn't know what I was getting into. I still don't know what I'm doing. That's business. It's learning every single day and adapting and growing and doing what you love. And I am in that space now that I am more confident about what I'm doing and what I'm trying to achieve. But yeah, being on the other side of things and being more confident and going on the radio show and doing this, it's so fulfilling. And those are the moments I'm like, what is happening with my life? And I'm like, exactly what's supposed to be happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Only-
what happens when you put yourself out there.
Yeah. And you just get better as you go, right? The more time you put into it.
Naturally, yeah.
Yeah.
Everything, like, I can't stand practice makes perfection. It's not. It's practice makes progress, and we all just need to progress.
That's it.
That's all you can
Yep.
do.
That's it. I like it.
Yeah, a lot of fails. You have to.
A lot of fails.
Yeah. You have
to
I've had a
fail.
lot of
Oh,
fails
yeah.
of stuff. Like,
Oh yeah.
people
Resu-
always ask me, like, how'd you do it? It's like, well, I tried a million things and one stuck. I mean, that's
Yep.
all I can.
Exactly.
You just got to try it. A lot of people won't try.
Right.
And they won't even put it out there or start anything. But
It usually comes down to confidence.
yeah.
Imposter syndrome is a huge thing. It's a real thing. If you look into it, if you
yeah.
have these ideas, we all doubt ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's just pushing through that. And
That's
realizing-
a weekly thing for me anyway. I don't know how Jared feels about
Yeah.
the podcast. It is every time we put an episode out, I said, you know what? I'm like, we're gonna quit this. Like, I'm
what
like,
am I
this is-
doing? Who am I?
Yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
this is just people probably laughing at us. I just get
Yeah.
I don't realize how good it is until he's like, dude, what a great episode that
Yeah.
was.
It is.
And,
It's
yeah.
great.
Did you see what Nate did with the video? My God, it was amazing. Then
Yeah.
I go from, man, this sucks, to complimenting the guys.
Yep.
You know, like we're a little band, we're a little team.
Yeah,
and
for
I
sure,
send
yeah.
Nate a message, dude, video is off the charts. It was
Yeah.
great.
And the
Yeah.
only
Jared,
thing that
we did
really
great.
sucks, it's the thoughts that are in our head.
Yeah.
I mean, we do it to ourselves. I
yeah,
have
yeah.
good days, I have bad days, and then the days I
Yeah.
have bad days, I'm like, all right, I gotta try again tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Not
sure.
to quote any mental health,
For sure.
you know, therapists or experts, but it's like the stories you're making up in your head. I've gone talk to counselors about things, and that's, you know, you present them with a problem and they say, well, Is that really how it is, or is that just what you the story you told yourself? Is that
Yeah.
just what you made up,
Yeah.
and it's all in your head?
Right.
Did that really happen that way?
For sure.
Is that really the scenario, or is that the way you're perceiving it?
Yeah. And it makes
And
a
it's-
huge difference.
It
Definitely
does,
got to
yeah.
reflect on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to get away from that.
Yep.
It is, because we're all our own worst critics, right? And
Yeah.
I mean, like, it takes hearing a different perspective or seeing a different perspective to change that, because otherwise you just I still do it. I tear myself apart about my artwork, or, you know, if a certain thing got, you know, because like a big common thing for me is like, I'll draw something that I'm so happy with and I love it, and I'll post it out there and put it in the world, gets nothing.
Yeah.
But like when I draw something that's for business, or like I'm like, whatever, and I just put it out there, it hits the fan, and it's like, I don't understand, but it's just, it's my, people like different things.
Right.
And if you never know what you're putting out there, you just do it for you.
And you
not
just
for
have to
anybody
take
else.
away that expectation
Yeah.
of receiving likes and comments. And
Yeah,
again,
for
with
sure.
that, you know,
Social media,
social
internet.
media,
Yeah.
like none of it matters. The fact of the
irrelevant.
matter is, you're still picking up a pencil, and
Yeah.
you didn't kill anybody. You're
Even with this
drawing.
podcast. Yeah, exactly. Even with this podcast, it's like, I just want to show up here every week and just chat and just
Right.
talk and have a good time.
Yeah.
I don't care if anybody's listening, or
Yeah.
I just want to have fun and do
Yeah,
I mean,
cool
he
things.
really does care. He loves you guys.
Yeah, for sure. Please keep listening.
I mean, that's what I say too. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
we say the same thing. You know, we say it. You know, we
Like,
joke
no matter
around.
what, we're just having
Yeah.
fun with each other.
Yeah.
We joke
Well, that's
around. We talk trash. We
Yeah.
try to keep it positive. We do try to throw in the mental health thing every once in a while.
Yeah.
For sure.
Um,
And we have cool
because
guests on.
It's a good
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for creating the space.
Yeah,
I love
for
it.
sure. Yeah.
yeah, this is the studio space has been named.
Oh, that's right.
We haven't even mentioned it.
It's called the
Oh.
Gremlin Hole.
No,
I'm
is
just kidding. It's not. I'm just kidding. But
the Gremlin.
that was my own choice.
It's called the Odd Asylum.
It is
Oh, I
called the
love
Out
that.
of
So
Sound.
it's very fitting for
Yep.
talks of
Do
mental
you have
health.
a sign yet?
We don't have
Ooh.
a sign yet.
I know someone.
Yeah. And we're gonna
Yeah.
start. We're gonna start wearing straight jackets too.
Yes.
Every episode.
Oh, yeah. You got to
Just-
get some padding up on the walls,
Yeah,
too.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
We're gonna change the whole dynamic.
Yeah.
What were our other options? Was the Love Cabin was another one?
We were like, whoa.
Like, I don't know
Let's
if-
put the brakes on
yeah.
that one.
But yeah, the Gremlin Hole is how it started. It was a lot of questionable choices
Yeah.
out there,
Yeah.
but
I like it.
the fans suggested,
Yeah.
and we ended up we landed on the Odd Asylum.
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
And
It's
even
good.
with the odd questions, like, to get it from the people helps us a lot, because obviously it's hard to come up with a question every episode
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
just throw out there.
Yeah.
So to get feedback from people and like get different people asking different questions
Yeah.
has been really cool too.
Yep, that's where we get our questions from.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And did I just segue?
Yeah, I think you did, Jared, because you know what time it is.
Oh shit.
It's odd question time.
Yeah.
All right, so what? Let's see
There we
what
go.
we
Let's
got.
throw it up. Let's
Jared's
throw it
going
up.
to throw it up there.
Do you like chicken wings?
Do I like chicken wings?
That's not
Yeah.
the question. He just genuinely wants to know.
No, it's not. That's just my own question.
You know, I'm not a huge fan. I won't ever.
No?
I won't ever really pick them out. There's just not enough on there for me.
Jared hates you.
I
now.
like my meat. Sorry.
All right. Well, I guess we'll do this odd question. All right. You ready? Are you ready?
I think so.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
You're
Here we
gonna-
go.
You're gonna have to read it.
What is a childhood habit or preference that you will never grow out of? Love the show and keep up the great work. It's from Spencer. Thank you, Spencer. Appreciate you for listening.
Okay, so what is a childhood habit?
A habit or,
Or
preference that you will never grow out of? I got
All right,
mine.
do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
'Cause
Yeah.
you might have to go first because I'm still thinking of it.
Oh, you want? Let's do the reply first.
Oh yeah, we
You
have
get to pick
reply.
one, okay?
Oh,
All right, so this is an email, and
We get 3 choices.
Oh, okay.
we're gonna reply back.
The first one is haha, thanks. You are so sweet, thank you. Or glad you enjoyed it. The choice is yours. You can pick whichever one you want.
And my suggestion is choose the one that makes the least sense.
We try to pick the worst ones,
Yeah.
but you got pretty easy choices.
Glad
They're
you
all
enjoyed
fairly
it.
nice.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Glad you enjoyed it. There you go. Send it off. Thanks, Spencer. Glad you enjoyed it.
I'm really happy that we do that because
That's great.
It's just a nice little,
Spencer's now getting an email that's like, what?
That's it,
He's
man.
like, why did they say that?
Why did I enjoy
Until
it?
he,
I
because
have
it's
That's
happening
awesome.
now. Until next week, he's gonna go.
yes.
What the fuck was that?
Confusion. We're all about confusion here.
Yes.
All right, kick it off, my friends.
All right. I guess picking my nose. No, I'm just joking.
That's a good one, man.
That is a good one.
Boogers are very, very healthy for you.
Picking the boogers out of my nose.
And you gotta
What's a
eat 'em.
Childhood habit or preference. I don't know. You're gonna have to go first, dude.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I
All right.
need a good example.
All right,
for me
I'll
to
go first.
Figure this out.
Okay. Unfortunately, I don't like to admit it because I also am a germaphobe and I hate germs.
Is it really picking boogers?
No,
Oh.
it's biting my fingernails. When I get stressed out and I get aggressive, I start chomping my fingernails away until they bleed.
Oof.
I can't help
Damn.
it. I can't help it. I've been
Jesus.
doing it since I was a kid. There's all kinds of germs and dirt under there. It drives me nuts, but I can't stop.
But you know what?
Because
That's
I've
like,
been doing it since I was a kid.
isn't that like an anxiety trigger?
I think so.
Because I am a face picker. You can probably see my scars.
really?
I've been
Yeah.
working on it. I'm being more aware about it now.
Wow.
But my entire life, apparently, I've just been sitting and picking my face. It's
You just
anxiety.
can't stop,
yeah.
right? It's like
Some
an
people pull their
anxious thing.
hairs.
Yeah.
Some people bite their nails.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of different things.
Did you ever try
I'll
like
even
that
say-
no bite stuff?
No,
Like the,
I've heard about it,
stuff's
but
nasty.
like, I know I'll power through it, and it will just make me like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What is it? No bite?
It's called no bite.
you put it like it's mostly for kids. Like you put it on their nails, and when they go to bite it,
is it like
it's
It
bitter?
bad.
tastes disgusting. It's
Yeah,
like worse than
it's
nail
like-
polish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's
okay.
supposed to stop you from doing it, but I'll power through that. I know I will.
You'll be like, yum, snap.
Until it's gone, yeah. But even like a preference, I'll bring up a preference. I put vinegar on my French fries. I
Ooh,
love
that's
it.
good.
I think it's an amazing thing. You know? So
Yeah.
there you go. You got a habit and a preference. My habit's biting my fingernails. My preference, I'll put vinegar on a lot of things actually. I put vinegar on chow mein. It's
That's
the,
interesting.
It's the best thing ever.
I do
Yeah.
love it on fries.
That's like
Yeah.
Fall River chow mein, though. It's good.
Oh,
the
it's
good,
not.
the real chow mein.
Oh,
Trust
okay,
me,
okay.
Cape Cod's got weird, gross chow mein. It's
Really?
the grossest shit ever.
Why
yeah.
are they doing it different out here?
Dude, trust we
there
first,
should be a standard.
when
for
we
every-
first moved here, we ordered Chinese from the place in town down in Pocasset.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, let's get some Chinese chow mein, and we'll see how that Chinese food is. And it was, I'm like, where the hell is the chow mein?
That's hilarious
And
because
it's-
we love that
That's
place.
so
I know
strange.
exactly what you're talking about.
It's like a-
Apparently, we have to go to Fall River.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because chow mein is not whatever the crap they sell. Everything else was fine.
Wow.
Everything else was great, but the chow mein,
Wow.
it's like onions and celery, and like it's like a white gravy.
A white
This
grape.
like yeah, it kind of looks gross. The lady president, I don't want to say
Fair
anything
enough. Fair
disgusting.
enough.
But yeah, it looks. I was like, what the fuck is this? And I tried it. It was okay. It wasn't like the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
But you were like, no more chow
But
mein.
I'm used to Fall River Chinese
Going to Fall River.
food.
All
with
right, we need a chow mein taste
how-
off.
Fall River is killing it with the Chinese food.
Yeah.
I
What's
will
the
admit,
what's the
yeah.
name of the company too? You can buy it at like Shaw's and Stop and Shop.
Oh, that sells the chow mein? Yeah.
Is it
I forget what it's called.
all right? My brother's probably screaming at
Yeah.
me right now because I don't remember the name of it.
Like the boxed one you're talking
yeah,
about?
it's like it's not Who Me. It's Wang Chung. I don't
Now
know.
you're just being racist. No, I'm just kidding.
Kind of. I'm
I'm just
sorry.
kidding. I'm just
I apologize for my racist comments
No,
earlier.
you're fine.
So a habit. I think
You got a habit that you still do today?
you know what it is my parents were Catholic, and I think I had all my bad habits beat out of me.
Yeah.
Like, not literally, just
Yeah.
I got yelled at so much about bad habits and weird shit that I just don't do anything anymore.
Even
You
like
know?
a snack, or are you still like, you got like a quirk or like a tick or something?
I'm sure I have a lot of weird shit.
He was the weird kid, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And then I was told not to do that because don't do that. That's weird.
Well, then that's great. Your parents did a great job then.
Yeah,
Raising you.
parents, older siblings, everybody was like, "Stop being weird, man."
Yeah.
And then I turned into an adult.
Yep. My dad was just like, hey, stop biting your nails. That was it.
You were like,
And I was like, yeah, sure.
Okay.
made it worse. You got more angry.
Yeah.
You got more anxious. I don't know, Lauren. Do you have one? Because
I mean, you actually kind of brought me back when you said about the vinegar on French fries.
Yeah,
I
okay.
love dipping my French fries in like a McFlurry or ice cream or shake or
ice
something.
cream?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
good
I've
idea.
never tried. I've heard it. But I've never
so
tried
good.
it. Yeah.
Kind of frosty.
Is it because like the warm and the cold? Or
I
is it
think
'cause
so.
the
I think so. It's like the
salt
sweet and the
Yeah.
because your brain just connects when it has sweet and salty. There's something about it.
Oh, I'm gonna have to force myself to try it.
You know,
Force myself.
I bet if I asked my wife, she'd go, "Yeah, you do this thing."
I
And
was
I'm
gonna say well, you should probably.
like
She's gonna lay it all out on the
I
table.
know. I know. I have like food preferences.
Yeah.
That
He did say he said preference.
People have been like, "What you eat that?" Like I'll eat a banana sandwich
Oh,
Banana
so
sandwich.
good.
with peanut butter and banana, and you make a sandwich out of it. I remember doing that at my last workplace.
Yeah.
Like it was like a morning or whatever. and
Something you'll never let
they're
go
like,
of.
"Are you eating a banana sandwich?" I'm like,
So good. I've
"Yeah."
never heard anyone else have it. Like that's what I used to have in England, and I never heard of anyone here have it.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
I love
That's
those.
hilarious.
Those are fantastic. And then
Yeah.
and my
It sounds good to me.
my old coworkers were like, "What? Why?"
Yeah.
Like, what are you, like 5 years old? I'm like, no, this is fucking delicious, and it's breakfast, and I didn't eat yet.
And I'm
So,
actually eating,
Yeah.
as
This
opposed
is
to most
amazing.
adults who are like, "Oh, I'm good. I don't need to eat."
Right.
no.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
just having
And I'm
black-
like, "Oh, why
black
do I feel
coffee.
like shit?"
Or it's always a ham and cheese sandwich at work, right? Everybody just brings ham
Yeah,
and
it's
cheese
always
sandwich.
like just like a stupid.
Matt's
yeah,
like, nah, banana, peanut butter.
yeah.
Just put some honey on there.
Well,
too.
we basically lived at my last workplace, so I had like
Oh.
a cabinet. We all had like a space in the cabinet designated for
Yeah.
ourselves. So I had
Oh,
like
okay, okay.
peanut butter in there. And
Yeah.
People
bread.
ever take your snacks?
No, people were pretty good about it.
No
Yeah,
one
they-
took your snacks. You
no,
didn't fight 'em?
nobody. Nobody. We would steal like.
I know you mentioned the goldfish. You still. Oh.
I can't eat because of the gluten.
Oh.
So that's another thing. A lot of
I'm
my
so
food
sorry.
preferences are gone. Thanks a lot,
Darn.
Karen.
I'm sorry. I forget that's gluten. I forget goldfish.
I mean,
Is it
honestly,
gluten?
my kids eat goldfish
In
and,
front of you? Oh, man.
Torture.
They're
and I
like-
would totally scarf them down if I
They
could.
toss it up and look at it right at you.
Yeah, but like weird like quirks. I think I really honestly think they were all beaten out of me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just a giant kid at heart. I mean, that's why I opened up the studio. So
Yeah.
none
Yeah.
of my habits have died. I'm just a giant child. And I'm okay with that.
That's right. You can just keep it
Yeah.
going. How
Another
about like the face picking thing? Has that been like your whole life or just like
My whole life.
Yeah.
It just has been the past couple months that
Wow.
I've been more aware, realizing that it's all correlated to
Yeah,
mental
yeah.
health. And
It
so
is,
the more
yeah.
you talk about it, the more you're aware about it,
Yeah.
the more control I have over it now.
That's
so,
true. That's fair.
Yeah. And I had no idea it was a thing. I just thought it was a quirk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Yeah.
did it kind of
Just did it.
unconsciously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unconsciously.
I've had like some progression with mine because like now I let some of the white grow in my nails.
Ooh.
But like as soon as I see it,
you
I'm
have
like,
to start measuring.
yeah, I've gone pretty long before, but then I just tear it all off. Like the minute I get like,
That's interesting because my kids have the opposite problem. They don't like to have their nails trimmed,
really?
so they'll
They
end
like
up
them
with
long.
Grow them out there.
yeah, like
Yeah.
claws.
Yeah.
My oldest plays guitar, and I'm like, "How do you play guitar with long fingernails?" Like,
Yeah.
I don't.
Actually, I see quite a few guitarists like pick
Well,
with
yeah,
their
they don't
long
need picks.
fingernails.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
they don't
seen
need
that.
picks.
That's definitely a style. But
Oh.
on the other hand,
Weird.
you know, you should probably have them
Oh
trimmed.
yeah, because you can't like.
on the left side,
Yeah.
if you're right-handed, you know,
That's
you should
fair.
have it trimmed for
That's
sure.
fair. That's fair.
So, Lauren, is there anything? And you have a lot to promote. Is there any like you have like Instagram handles and Facebook and things like
Yeah.
you want to mention?
I mean, if you guys look up Oplaces, you'll pretty much find me on all the platforms. I'm trying to get better at running a YouTube channel because I do offer a lot of workshops and classes, and it just makes sense to kind of start teaching online. But yeah, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok,
Sweet.
you'll find me there. Oplaces.com.
Yeah. Are you like active on TikTok? You make videos?
I'm
And...
getting better.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
I
is a
am
little
trying to
difficult to
post one a
maneuver,
day.
right?
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm grateful that
different.
I am now a paid content creator for Facebook,
Oh, nice.
but it also comes with like the cons of trying to keep up with it. That's
Yeah.
a whole full-time job
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
itself. So
Yeah, because like once you stop, you kind of lose it too, so you can't.
I did. I had a couple
Can't back
weeks
off.
where I slowed down a little, and so
Yeah.
did the green.
Yeah, they know it. Yeah, they
So
know
yeah,
it.
if you see me posting random stupid shit, I'm just trying to get paid,
She's
people.
just trying to make the money. Awesome.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
Jared, do you have anything you'd like to say?
I would like to say, just I believe I said this before. I say it a few times. Every time we have a creative person on the show, just put your stuff out there. Who cares if it goes places? If it doesn't, just do it for you and do it to promote what you love. and what you find creativity in. And that's it. Just put it out there. Don't keep it to yourself. I know most people like to just hang on to it and like, no, nobody can see it.
Yeah.
But
and if you don't have
you
the
never know
confidence
what
to
could
do
happen.
it at all,
Yeah,
do it.
you
Try
never know
something.
what could happen.
Exactly.
You never know.
And you know where you can try something? At Oplaces.
Yeah. Totally try something.
Follow Oplaces.
How do you spell
Instagram.
it? Do you mind me asking? Like, because
Yeah.
is it like?
It's play on words. Another thing that I do, I'm a Life is Good playmaker. So you know the brand Life is Good?
Yeah.
I've been training with them for about 12 years.
Wow.
They help me work with children with special needs and trauma. And actually, a cool thing, I have a conference coming up. They picked me. I did a game pitch, and they picked
nice.
my game in the top 3.
That's
so
awesome.
I have to
That's
present
incredible.
this game at a conference in front of everybody. But Life is Good taught us to create an Oplasis in our classroom, which was an Oasis type play space. And
awesome.
when I left my teaching career, it really happened at home. I was like, okay, what do I do now? I need to create my own Oplasis. And it started with planting flowers. And again, I spent 3 years healing. And I was like, okay, I'm ready to bring this to the people. And that was why I stuck with that name,
That's
Oplasis,
awesome,
because I want to create that space for people. So,
Super cool. Love it.
yeah.
So follow her. Most importantly, follow her on all her things. And if you're local and you don't live in Switzerland, go,
I've
Go down
always
to
wanted
Buzzard.
to go to Switzerland. I've always wanted to.
whoa, what the hell was that?
We got people dying upstairs. We
Yeah.
gotta call
Someone's
it a quit.
coming through this
We gotta
room.
wrap this up.
Always something
People are
happening.
fighting upstairs.
Always something happening up there. Dogs walking, air conditioners turning on. All right, so thank you for listening to the show today. Thank you, Lauren, for being here. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having
You
me.
can support the show by clicking on the link in the description of the show. Check out all our social media, Instagram, Facebook for some reason, TikTok. Join Jared's Discord and go leave an odd question there.
It's there for now.
Go find the Reddit. We have a Reddit. Yeah, go to redbubble.com to buy merch. Thank you for listening to the show today. Stay creative.
Yes.
Stay inspired.
Yes.
And as always, stay
Human.